Lions are the rulers of the savanna. Strength is their weapon. A roar is their warning. And every battle is a declaration of power. But on these grasslands, the throne never belongs to a king forever. There are always challengers waiting for their opportunity. Let's witness the most brutal moments in the lion's struggle for the crown. For lions, territorial conflicts are often exceptionally brutal, especially when food resources are at stake. A lion pride's territory can exceed 250 square kilometers, and the arrival of an outside group within its hunting grounds is an intrusion that cannot be tolerated. Amid the chaos, a young lioness becomes separated from her companions and is seriously injured. There is no mercy. With a bite force reaching approximately 1,000 pounds per square inch, the attackers sink their teeth in eliminating any chance of resistance. The injuries are too severe, and the lioness collapses motionless on the ground. In nature, status is not built on honor, it is determined by results. The strong rise to power, and the weak are removed. In the world of lions, there is no place for heirs who mature too soon. As young males begin to grow, they also become a threat to the lion that rules the pride. The one who was once their father now sees his own sons as potential rivals. The females try to intervene, buying precious time for the young males to escape. But the instinct to dominate allows no room for weakness. To an aging king, every mature male is a danger to his throne. In nature, power can crumble surprisingly easily in the face of ruthless unity. To the African buffalo lions are a deadly threat, lurking quietly across the savanna. These predators rarely attack healthy adults head-on. Instead, they patiently follow the herd, waiting for an opportunity to target calves, weak individuals, the elderly, or any animal that becomes separated and easier to overpower. But African buffalo are far from easy prey. Weighing close to 1 ton and armed with heavily curved horns as hard as steel, they are prepared to turn and face a predator rather than flee.
Lions are a deadly.
The instinct to survive can force even a dominant predator to abandon its position of superiority. The king of the savanna climbs into a tree, putting distance between itself and the countless horns gathering below. An adult African buffalo can weigh more than 800 kilograms, and when the herd unites to protect one of its own, even large predators often avoid a prolonged confrontation. In that moment, the king of the savanna is no longer a predator, but simply a vulnerable animal struggling to stay alive. There are boundaries in nature that once crossed change everything forever. The aging ruler still believes his strength is enough to keep the entire pride under control. But this time, a direct charge shatters an order that has existed for years. In the wild, dominant males typically hold power for only 2 to 4 years before challengers emerge. Younger males often form coalitions of 2 or 3 individuals to improve their chances of defeating an older king and taking control of the pride. That moment is more than a simple conflict. It is a declaration that power has begun to weaken. And once a king can be wounded, the throne can fall. Across the dry African savanna, an old lion walks silently in solitude. Once the ruler of an entire pride, it is now nothing more than an exile. After being defeated by younger males, the aging lion lost its territory, its pride, and the power it once possessed. No longer strengthened by youth, these lions are forced to hunt alone, compete with hyenas for carcasses, and avoid battles. They know they are unlikely to win. Many male lions do not survive for long after being dethroned. Hunger, injuries, and age gradually wear down their bodies with each passing day. In the wild, even kings cannot defeat time. On the savanna, a solitary lion often loses its greatest advantage, the strength of the pride. And when the king is no longer protected by a pride behind him, even hyenas are willing to challenge his throne. All it takes is a weakness in the lion's defenses or a decline in its physical condition for the hyena's campaign to seize territory to begin. The hyena clan constantly harasses the lions, directing relentless pressure toward a pregnant lioness. The lioness is eventually forced to climb a tree to escape the pursuing hyenas. Hyenas possess a bite force of up to 1,100 pounds per square inch, exceeding that of lions, and allowing them to crush bone with remarkable efficiency. The lions are ultimately forced to abandon their territory, leaving the throne to a new group of ruthless rulers. What happens when the top predators of the savanna collide? On the African plains, riverbanks where prey animals gather often become battlegrounds, as both lions and crocodiles seek control over a valuable food source. The crocodile charges toward the water's edge without hesitation, attempting to steal a freshly killed prey animal.
A potem go pociągnie. Widzisz, próbuję go wciągnąć, ale jestem pewien, że ostatecznie wygra. To niesamowite, chłopaki. Z wody. Tak.
This time, however, the land predators refuse to back down. The lion pride gradually closes in from multiple directions, using its numbers and sharp claws to pressure the heavily armored opponent. Under repeated attacks, the crocodile is forced to keep turning its head defensively. Although it still possesses a tremendously powerful bite, it becomes slower and less maneuverable the farther it moves from the river. In the end, the crocodile is forced to retreat to its true domain, the deep water. Under temperatures that can reach 45 degrees Celsius on the African savanna, the lions try their luck once again with another large prey animal, the roan antelope. After a brief chase, the prey is brought down onto the dry ground. The predator's teeth quickly clamp onto a hind leg in an attempt to prevent escape. But the hunt is not over. In an instant, the antelope suddenly surges back to its feet. Although its legs are nearly giving way from its injuries, the instinct to survive drives it to keep fighting. The roan antelope possesses long curved horns as sharp as blades, capable of inflicting serious injuries even on an adult lion. The prey continues to resist while surrounded by the big cats. But as its strength gradually fades, it can no longer escape its fate. For millions of years, brutal struggles have determined who was worthy of wearing the crown of the savanna. But today, an enemy more dangerous than any natural rival has emerged. Climate change, habitat loss, and the relentless expansion of human activity are shrinking the wild landscapes that once sustained these kings. As territories disappear, there will be no winners and no losers, only the silence of an ecosystem slowly fading away. Protecting nature today means protecting the wild icons of tomorrow.